Hello and welcome to the holiest place in all of real-time strategy, a map familiar to us all set in clutch, however a few unfamiliar names in this one. Thanks for sending me this replay. It's not all average Joes. One player right away recognize. Syndicalist is definitely a Setton's classic. Looks like he's hiding here among the noobs, or I should say Setton's noobs or average players. He is up against Mage, a player I've seen I think once before. He's got really good eco, so actually in air this battle might be fairly even. Black Phoenix, I haven't seen before. Seraphim taking on Hope and Wonder, who's UEF. So this will be, I think, a nice game to see, and hopefully in a month or two perhaps some of these players can show up among the top Setton's players. It's always nice to see when there's a new Setton's players that show up and can play. And actually, you might not think this, the Setton's players like VIP, Gala, even SC account, they'd be more than happy to teach people. The thing that they don't like is when people don't listen to them. So if you get pretty good on these games and average Setton's games, you can get quite a bit of help from the other players. You don't want to just kind of impose your own thoughts on it and try to follow the directions as best you can, and then actually very quickly you can become very good. And then you'll likely be kicked from games like this unless you sneak in like Syndicalist. So let's see the things to look for: how much mass these two players will get from the middle, how quickly will the islands be taken and who will take them, and then whether or not it will be a quick game dominated by air. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a quick game. And oh, this is interesting. Very aggressive from Alexis against Nautila's Beats. So one thing before the action gets on the way, I'd like to ask people, you probably have noticed I've been playing around with the equalizer probably too much, and one of the issues is depending on how I listen to it, it sounds completely different. I think I was putting in too many lows in some of those, so I'm hoping it wasn't destroying anybody's speakers. I think I'm going to start cutting away the lows. Okay, a lot of walking there from Nautila's Beats, so if people have concerns or ideas or what they prefer, I'll probably keep this mostly in the 1000 kilohertz range, cutting away all that other low stuff. So let's see, no engineers from either player, but this is always nice to see. These hunters, one thing that could be much better, if these hunters didn't go straight down the middle, where yep, they just got shot by a bunch of strikers. There's still a problem. They're preventing the strikers from going to the middle, and wow. This is the most aggression I've seen in a long time. Well, we'll see. Usually, probably, I mean, a single engineer here would have helped Ali so much. Could have got so much reclaim. Also aggression from Hope and Wonder. This is great. I mean, when you see noobs do stuff like this, you know there's hope for the future. And what is this? Xylon. Drop it into the water like a pro. I think you probably, well, you can build off the cliff if you want, but that's fine too, if you want to stay a little hidden. And this bomber could be great. Interesting that a radar was built before mass extractors. Any interceptors available? No interceptors available to take care of that bomber, which will create all kinds of problems for Black Phoenix. Early Navy from Krusty Bat. As Nautila's Beats has given up quite a bit of mass in the middle. This aggression from Ali. What? These are Auroras. Oh my gosh. Nautila's, of course, it's an A on ACS calling these strikers. But I think those light assault bots, if they went around the outside and would have split and then run in and start killing engineers all over the map, it's a big nuisance. Looks like Xylon, who likes his transports, he's going to quickly get his island. Let's see if he actually drops. You know, it's just going to be on the island. Full share, yeah, good. Good that news realized full share is better on Setton's. And NG spam from a naval factory. We're also seeing a Mage. Mage is, we're going to be looking at his economy in this game. Also, I think the top side should get quite a bit of mass. Nautilus gets a PD. Whoa. Was something said. Alright, so to start off this game, Nautilus says goodbye. What's that number? Oh, I can't enter. I can't do taunts from the observer viewpoint. It looks like a drop's being readied by Hope and Wonder. Hope and Wonder, a great name. And I don't expect Ali to ever stop. I think he's going to continue pushing, which might get himself in trouble with AC. Only 5,500 health. Vulnerable to snipes. Tech 2 land. Tech 2 engineers coming out. And please don't do this. Not very good to put mass storage before you go to Tech 2. You want to just assist that Tech 2. And in general, especially from the mid spot, do the mass storages after you get most of them to Tech 2. Yeah. What else is happening? Hope and Wonder starting in Navy. Nope, he's just playing defensive. Navy. We got some submarines from Black Phoenix. So far, Sind, as expected, is kind of running away with it. So I expect Sind to play quite well. He's also gotten mid. Okay, so Sind on double eco. Perhaps the best, or at least most experienced. Yeah, most likely the best player here has a double base, which makes that problem for the top side. Perhaps Nautilus wanted to do this on purpose. Maybe he was an agent sent in by a syndicalist to give him double eco. One thing we didn't check was the reclamation. 44,000 for Nautilus. So actually, I thought it was going to be less. Ali got 7,000. I think he's got some left over. He does. He's got like another 1,000 or two. He's picking it up slowly, which means he'll get to keep most of it. In the top ocean, it looks like both players are really committed to this naval battle. Seeing multiple naval factories. I'd love to see Tech 2. And I know in some situations you want to build a whole bunch of naval factories. I think under these circumstances, it's better to just build one or two. Maybe not one, but two naval factories and spam from that. Because early on, that mass is expensive. That 300 mass, you can get a sub or a frigate for that cost. And what do we have? Looks like a successful drop from Hope and Wonder. There's the transport flying away. And the problem with these 3 mass extractors has been ongoing for Black Phoenix. It is a major point of contention in this naval battle. If the Rock doesn't get challenged for the island, typically the Rock also has some tools for capturing the island that he can now begin using on the mainland. And then it's always a question, do you drop the middle player or do you drop these 3 mass extractors? And typically you go after these 3 mass extractors, which means that there's only 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mass extractors versus 15. Actually, it's more it's like 17 mass extractors. So double the mass extractors for rock versus beach when those are denied. Very difficult to compete, especially when all the competition is done on water. And a little bit of Tech 1 air. Ali has sort of stopped. I think Ali should have been a little more aggressive. He keeps on making these Tech 1 units, which are just getting old with age. They won't be very good later on. And now the drop coming in from Hope and Wonder. Hope and Wonder, very aggressive. This is nice to see. As we're seeing the first signs of naval suppression from Kraus, Krusty Bat. And it looks like another force from Xylem. This is the force from some of the original factories. Is going to come in. It's going to clean up. So it'll be a complete loss for Krusty Bat. And one thing to not neglect: these Tech 1 naval wrecks. This is naval wreck, so this is quite a bit of mass. This is not like a battlefield after a Tech 1 land fight. So you want to send in engineers and pick those up as soon as possible. Finally, Ali has a breakthrough. He will push up. We see Tech 2 land somewhere. Yep, we got obsidians, and now this is where Ali should have scouted first, because if you just avoid all those PDs and go around them, you're gonna be in oh, this is just murder. Always go around your PDs, and a lot of times mid players are kind of annoyed by the fact that other players don't scout for them. I think you should have an air factory no matter where you're playing, because it's always better to have everybody scout. With 4 different people looking, it's a much less chance you're gonna miss something. Seeing a big response. It's an overkill response. These drops, thought about dropping off Xylan's like, okay, there's nothing to kill. Somebody drives by. Dude's in a hurry. So Tech 2 Navy, actually from both players up on top, we're seeing those submarines. This submarine is a very high speed, so you can build up a lot of them far away and then overrun your enemy. Although this usually takes about three subs to kill a destroyer. The cost on a sub is 1,000. Cost on a destroyer is about 2,000, a little over 2,000 mass. So if you want to overwhelm destroyers with submarines, you really got to build more. You got to invest more mass into it. And what is happening here? We're seeing a whole bunch of Corsairs, and a whole bunch of Tech 1 air, and a drop. Major assault from the bottom side. Looking for targets. Mage. Does Mage have a resource allocation yet? He does not. So losing this power will be a really big pain. And I think there is actually a possibility to kill Mage's ACU unless he gets shield as soon as possible. He doesn't have Tech 2 in his ACU. It looks like the ACU will be the target by Sind. So Sind, yeah, I think Mage is dead, which will turn this game into a 3v3 competition. Yep, Mage is gonna die. I think Sind probably could have saved a couple more of his planes. He lost a lot in that explosion. Successful drop from Xylan. It's always nice to do the drop right behind an assault like that. It's a whole bunch of Medusas. Gonna take out a number of PGens and mass extractors. Looks like this cruiser is attempting to defend, but when you shoot from far away at Tech 1 units and they change directions, you're not gonna hit them. Ali continues to push, but this is a stream of units and you want to compact them a little bit. Got Obsidians here are going to be huge veterans, and once again you do not want to run into the same point defense. No, this is just huge veterans. Okay, as Sind continues to demolish the remnants of Mage's base, which is still a good looking base. So now Hope and Wonder has a big responsibility. Hope and Wonder is sitting on a huge economy. He's got mid player who's very aggressive, but maybe needs a little scouting and a little guidance. And actually, there are some Tech 2 units in here. The Obsidians aren't going to die. They are kind of slow, so you could run away from them. And a whole bunch of Tech 1 bombers from Black Phoenix playing defense, as well as Corsairs. Sind, yeah, Sind will defend and reclaim, no problems. We are seeing, I think that's the last of Corsairs up on top, have been destroyed. Lots of wrecks. What's the next thing for Sind? He's likely going to get resource allocation. He's making Tech 2 air on 2 Tech 2 PGens. He hasn't actually upgraded much at all, so he doesn't have too much of an eco. Even though he's sitting on 2 bases, only 114. So he decided to play aggressive. That could be a mistake in the long run. Because now Hope and Wonder, I think he should be able to win this Navy. Unless Black Phoenix gets a lot of support from Sind. Up on top it's a little less clear. We have the never retreat like that with the Cyber Destroyers. But yeah, you can see these stealthy submarines are great. A lot of wrecks that are not being cleaned up. A very empty ocean between Xylan and Krusty Bat. This cruiser, where's the other cruiser? I think that's a freshly built cruiser. Perhaps the other one died. I'd love to see the Navy from Krusty Bat get placed right there to give a little protection for Ali. And now a naval battle, 3 destroyers, a whole bunch of Tech 1 subs against, yeah, these shields don't want to get so close to the enemy units. Once you get underneath the shield, that's a Cooper. Cooper's gonna die. A lot of Coopers. Why? I mean, the Cyber Destroyers against Coopers is a very unfair fight. All the Cyber Destroyers have to do is they just need to get on top of water. Unsubmerge, what the heck? Surface, yeah. They just need to surface, use their beam weapon, and it's over. There's no health on those. I mean, it's a weaker than a frigate. The Cooper. It's very good against submarines that don't have direct fire. And the pressure, the unrelenting pressure. This last PD, 16 kills. Man. And I think actually Sind is going to lose middle. So if you keep on trying, eventually you're going to push through. And this time there's a lot of Tech 2. I love the fact there's Tech 2 flak in this force from Ali. And a second wave from Ali is coming in. Okay, so the middle is dead. Got to send engineers here, clean that up. Destroyers from Xylon are going to try to get involved. And this is where, the flak's going to pay off. These gunships will not counter. We are seeing Black Phoenix base a bit exposed. I think if this force just rolls through together with the force from Hope and Wonder, it'll be a short-lived game here from Black Phoenix. He could put up a bunch of PDEs and maybe even go tech to land if you get Ilshevas, or keep your destroyers up close. Gunships continue to assault, and looks like there's still a bunch of flak that's alive. The tech to flak is targeted, preferentially targeted. Good play from, but yeah, that's a very tough thing to do. There's a lot of flak in this force, a lot of gunships wasted. So Sind wasting quite a bit of mass as we see a fight on top. This is great use of Cyber Destroyers. They do have the range. And I gotta say, there could be some problems for the top side. Krusty Bat doesn't have a big eco, and he has lost this navy. And these numbers for Xylon, if he gets air support from Sind, I think he can roll through and take over the whole top ocean. The bottom ocean is a much bigger problem. Yeah, more Tech 2 flak is coming. All that Tech 1 air is going to disappear here shortly. A couple rhinos. Oh no. Don't send your Tech 1 air over Tech 2 flak, Xylon, no. Well, here comes a very important fight. This is, a Tech 3 Navy from Black Phoenix, so yeah, Black Phoenix will be difficult to knock off of this beach unless, yep, Black Phoenix, beautiful. We know that Ali loves to run into PDs. Might as well give him some PDs. Also, these units will get siphoned toward the Navy, so if, I don't understand why Black Phoenix loves to have submerged destroyers. I think against this force, given that these are all Coopers, he could wipe out that force extremely fast. Oh, Black Phoenix lost for no reason. He had enough destroyers to completely dominate if he just would surface. But he tried to fight, he tried to have a torpedo competition with a unit that's specifically designed for torpedoes. Oh no. That's just such a strange mistake to see. As we see the force from Ali roll through Black Phoenix, it's like a single thing that Black Phoenix didn't do right, and he would have had Tech 3 Navy and Tech 3 subs. I think he would have dealt with this. These are all garbage. They're not garbage against submarines, but they're garbage against everything else. Picture these gunships without any support. Oh, this flak, 15 kill flak. So far, I think Ali's flak has been the most deadly set of units in this game, as the top side continues to throw a whole bunch of gunships against it. And this is probably not something you want to see. You don't want to just patrol your ASF somewhere in the middle of the map. A good ASF player will come in and clean up. And now we're seeing Tech 3 Navy. Imagine, yeah, we're gonna have cruiser spam, all around cruisers, even out of the Tech 3 Naval Shipyard, a battle cruiser, whole bunch of cruisers and battleships, and this whole base is gonna be gone. So what we're seeing is the bottom ocean completely belongs to the top side. The top ocean, I expected, I mean, this is a major force. Sind needs to wake up and send some reclamation teams to the top ocean. A Spider has been completed by Sind. He's also got a whole bunch of SCUs planned, it seems. Yeah, that Spider's gonna be a problem. It needs to be scouted. That's one thing from the top side. They have absolutely no scouting from their mid player all the way to Hope and Wonder. Although Hope and Wonder is pretty busy, and I haven't seen Krusty Bat scout either. Krusty Bat has a significant disadvantage on eco. However, Krusty Bat with Tech 3 submarines 3 destroyers and a whole bunch of Tech 1 subs. But as soon as Xylon moves in, it'll be over for that Navy. And yep, the Spider's gonna come in. This will be it's a sad realization. You're sending your Tech 2 units up front. Ali, you gotta save yourself. No, he's just building. He started a Spider. No, you don't want to start a Spider in that position. And check out Sind sending in all those torpedo bombers. He wiped out that force without any naval help. But now the cruisers are coming, which will make any kind of... Oh, this is nice to see. So you can see Black Phoenix. He's good. I mean, he's playing well. It was a single, very strange mistake from him, which made no sense. Yeah, Hope and Wonder definitely knows what he's doing. He's dropping in some engineers, a lot of mass available. We'll see who wins this. And a floating arty spam. If you're Seraphim and you get knocked off of the beach, you make 100 Tech 1 factories, all in infinite spam with a move order somewhere here. You can recover very quickly unless the other side micros. Battlecruiser with 48 kills. These Riptides need to move. Good looking position from Phoenix. He's got Arty, he's got G2PDs. He still is holding on to his Tech 3 HQ. And I think they're back, whoever's driving. Oh, Ali built that very quickly. However, is it in time? Oh, Tech 3 power is gonna go. It was almost, oh, it was so close. Oh, somebody's backing up. I want to pause it real quick. Well, hopefully they're gone. But this was an extremely close battle. And a counterattack. However, big problems for Ali. Look at this Navy. Yeah, that's going to be the end of that position. And now we're going to see a bunch of loyalists here running. This Spider needs to get a little vet. It's only on 10,000 health, so a little vulnerable against snipe from the air. But it's got a nice entourage of Tech 2 land units, both black and a whole bunch of rhinos. What is Sind going to do about this? Sind is going to upgrade a couple mask ejectors and get a couple hives for build capacity. I think this would be a perfect time to kill this, so I can see he's already at 20,000. So as soon as the Spider gets a little vet, it's going to build up that health. And this will be a big problem now for Black Phoenix. I like the aggression from Ali. I mean, it's paid off at the end. It came down to a very close situation at the end. And, oh, okay, so why is Xylon not attacking? Wow. Why did Ali stop? I don't understand. I mean, look at the scouting. Hope and Wonder is scouting, so you can see there's nothing to worry about here. As you can see, these cruisers, they're going to be veterans. I can't believe the Coopers won. This never happens. And yeah, this stream of already isn't sufficient. Spider's finished. We're also seeing SCUs come out. Looks like these SCUs are going to have the anti-air upgrade. So basically walking Tech 3 SAMs. And I'd like to ask Hope and Wonder to not patrol his ASF in the middle of the map. Just set him somewhere. It's nice sometimes to patrol them in corners where you might expect drops, or just place some in random place on the map, but not like this. You're wasting fuel. And yeah, if this goes on for 10 minutes, you're going to have a whole bunch of ASF that's useless. Not useless, but very slow. Spider for Sind is going to move in to try to help Black Phoenix, who has lost his Tech 3 naval factory. Oh, is that a Riptide drop? If you don't move against this Arty, it is not going to be good. And is that's a Continental. Hope and Wonder flying with his ACU at minute 30 on sentence directly through the middle of the map. Oh, Megalith, yeah, they're gonna have a joint. Nope, they're not gonna have a joint venture. Hope and Wonder is gonna go onto the front lines with a fake gun and nothing but a Tech 3 engineering suit to his name. Oh man. There's nothing wrong with building that underwater so that the enemy doesn't know that you're building it. Kind of like what Ali is doing a lot. If it was a little deeper, it'd be better. I mean, if the bottom side finds out, this is so easy to kill. Fatty is very easy to kill until it has the shields. We're going to see a megalith from Sind. I'm not seeing it. Look at that. Hope and Wonder has a huge amount of mass income. Let's actually check out the reclamation numbers. 47,000 in the bank. Alright, 3,000 reclaimed. Strange. 16,000 for Sind. 6,000 for Xylon. 25,000 for Ali. Yeah, Ali's been pretty aggressive against everything. And finally, we're seeing Xylon moving in. That'll be a major problem for the top side. Krusty.
Launch detected.
What? Hope and Wonder. What a nuke. So, doing this with ACU is it's kind of insane. Especially when you can make SCUs who can do the job for you. Where is this nuke going? That's the question. This would be a great target. This would be the best target. Sind is running. So Sind, I think, yeah, by far the best player here, is now going to be in a lot of trouble. He lost the middle base, and now he will lose the bulk of his base here. He's got an anti-nuke here that is not loaded. And that's what it is. That's the best place you could have put that nuke. As we see an air battle that, hey, look at the triumph of the floating arty together with the Yancy. Hope and Wonder getting pushed back. Well, this is a short, look at all them support factories, Tech 3 support factories. So much invested in those, but will we see Krusty Bad dies on a single resource allocation? He's got 16,000 health. We're going to see these destroyers, Cyber destroyers, get on land, start walking. Let's see how far they can get. But what we have here is the bulk of production for air is gone for the bottom side. So what Hope and Wonder can do here is make 20 strat bombers, win air, and then end the game. It will be that easy. Forget worrying about that. Well, maybe make a fatty here or something like that. Or a couple Tech 3 gunships like he's doing. These will take care of broadsword. This has the biggest DPS of any gunship except the experimental gunship. So those clean up very quickly. Also has 6,000 health. See, and I can't believe this though. I knew it's effective, but it shouldn't be that effective. And yeah, if somebody does this to you, what you gotta do is just spam frigates. The frigates mass per mass will beat all this stuff, especially if you micro them. So Black Phoenix is gonna get back into the water. At least I anticipate him to do so. Oh, they're back. As we see, okay, this is gonna suck. Single spider is up against the spider, a mega, and a fatty. There's an SCU here is wondering, damn, how did I get stuck in this? Need a rescue operation. Yeah, this is not gonna be good. Another SCU here making Tech 3AA. That's not gonna help. Dying loyalists, freezing enemy units. Once that spider died, I don't think any. Well, that's a lot of loyalists. The loyalists, if they focus on the spider, nope, the spider just got a huge amount of veterancy. Okay, what can you do if you're Sind? You've lost a lot of your build capacity. You've lost your only experimental. Your SCUs are about to die, and there are 3 experimentals rolling through the middle. What do you do? I think in this case you will need to hope that the top side is not going to do anything like cover these experimentals with air. There is a lot of flak here, but you're gonna have to fight only. You're gonna have to let them take quite a bit of your base, and then have a battle somewhere deep. And perhaps, well, that megalith, I'm not sure if you can finish that megalith in time. Then a lot of Corsairs, I think, a large, like 40 Corsairs, got to build those up. And then just snipe all those all up. Even that, especially that megalith. If it was just a spider and the fatty, I think this could be doable. However, given the megalith, which has 110,000 health, that takes such a long time to die. Oh man, total collapse for the bottom side, 35 minutes. Will this game continue past this point? Megalith by Sind. There's some restorers lurking about. Perhaps the top side will stop and not attack. And yet another nuke from Hope and Wonder. Oh, this is... I imagine it's probably going to fall right here. There is no anti-nuke there. Maybe Hope and Wonder will accidentally nuke his allies' experimentals. We're also seeing Xylan. Did Xylan? Oh yeah. Looks like he had to retreat because of help from Hope and Wonder. Crusty Bat. Just heard SCU die. Oh, that's the anti-nuke. It's got no missiles in it. And I think perhaps a 36-minute game. It started off with a quit from Nautilus. Great aggression from Ali. It's nice to see him with a double experimental rolling through the middle. This spider was so close. It got built just in time. It was actually getting shot as it was being finished. It did have a nice entourage of Tech 2 land. We did see a good use of Tech 2 land from Ali. He used a lot of flak. When the top side had an advantage, they wasted a lot of Tech 2 units, Tech 2 air units, trying to defend against Tech 2 land, and lost a lot to Tech 2 flak. And yeah, I think at that point, once Ali got that spider, it became very difficult. Also, a major mistake was by Black Phoenix. I think he could have totally won Navy quite easily with 5 or 6 destroyers that he had. He could have wiped out everything. It would have been so much damage from those beams, which would have completely changed this picture. Gotta say, Xylon probably could have done a little better. He could have won his Navy a lot earlier, although there was never any threat. He did help a little bit in the middle. He could have helped a lot more. He pulled back when he could have really knocked Ali out of the middle. Also, the Fatty was built in a position that should have never been allowed to be built in. Yeah, 172 kills, 43 kills. Hope and Wonder with multiple nukes, though. That was the point of no return, I think, once Sind lost basically the bulk of his production right here to the nuke. And where did the second nuke go? Restorers going after Black Phoenix base. Black Phoenix did everything right except one thing. "54 kills. I'll speed this up even more. Maybe Xylon has a plan. He still has control of the ocean. He's got battleships. He's got a spider. He doesn't have very many allies who can do anything. Ali. Oh, look at those destroyers. Sovereign destroyers don't care about land. They'll walk across, and that's going to kill Ali. Sind is going to die. Ali is going to die. Okay, I didn't expect that. Alright. You can see Hope and Wonder say, okay, I'm getting the heck out of there. So there's still a lot of really badass units back here. Spider's really running up. Oh, did that? Yeah, that was given over. And we're gonna see Cybern versus UEF naval battle, but these destroyers are gonna wipe everything out, except of course for the gunships. No, without any air support, Cyber Navy is very vulnerable. There used to be a fatty here as well. It looks like it wasn't given. Something happened to them. Yeah, these gunships just going at it, but the Navy is pretty much gone. Also, this fatty is under pretty big assault from torpedoes. I think that fatty is going to die once it comes out of the water. Cyber and destroyers holding it down. So, is anything possible? Are you gonna do a telesnipe? What are you gonna do? You got a megalith coming your way. You're gonna have a spider here. Spider can beat a megalith that isn't microed. All it needs to do is get behind it. And I think the megalith might do the service for him. We'll let him go ahead and kill him from the back. Alright, 41 minutes in, we still have remnants of a game. There's also a battleship here, which has good potential. Oh, but the megalith realized it needs to play. Turned around, the spider lost an opportunity. We can't forget about the nukes. There's one missile that's loaded. Oh. Hope and Wonder starting a Maver. That could be a mistake. Although given the total air domination, I think he can do whatever he wants, but that could be a mistake. The megalith finished off the spider. Another spider rolling around. I think the megalith will be the end for Xylon. There's also not a lot of power for Xylon. I'd love to see a little more. It's only at 10k. You can see 50k for Hope and Wonder. If you have 50k power, you can get your teleport laser fairly quickly. And a teleport laser would take care of Hope and Wonder. Hope and Wonder does not have... Oh no, never mind. What am I saying? Check out all the PDs. Although, what you could do is you could go right there with the teleport and the laser would hit him. And you would only get hit by 1 or 2 PDs. It's not perfect protection from a tele laser, as we're seeing. Yeah, Tech 3 gunships and the spider. Gunships from Hope and Wonder. The laser beam is missing. Is this megalith not going to pay attention? You gotta move. You gotta give him a move order so he can. Yeah. That's a sad sight. Yeah, this megalith should have died, but it didn't. Oh, look at that. Xylon got out of his base. He's got no more base. Black Phoenix is still alive. He's making... Yeah, he's still going. Does he have an anti-nuke? He's got an anti-nuke. And where is he gonna go? Oh, I think he's suiciding. Yeah. Hope and Wonder should have been telesnipe. Successful drop, but here a couple gunships will finish it off. And then it will all be up to Black and Wonder, see how long he can stay alive. He continues to spam Tech 2 land. He's also got a couple Othams down underwater.
Strategic launch detected.
And is that going to go against Black Phoenix? I guess against the ACU. Where is the anti-nuke? There used to be an anti-nuke here, which is gone. I think it may have been bombed. Yeah. Black Phoenix runs away from the nuke. Megalith with 190 kills. This Navy, an underachieving Navy. And looks like an SCU drop. Black Phoenix still has a couple Take 3 P-gens, got a shield. Yeah, these SCUs, if they get in, that's all Tech 1. If this was all Tech 2 flag, those SCUs would be so screwed. Yeah. Look at the ANSIs though. That's ridiculous. Is there a nuke? No nuke. Tech 1 flak will do a little bit of damage. Oh wow. Crusty bat with it. Well, he died in style. I guess that's one way you could win. Yeah, there's what, Tech 3 AA here. Don't want to drop with a Tech 2 transport onto Tech 3 AA. It's a 1v1. 48 minutes in. Will the top team fail this one? No base, but a navy and a shield. They got an anti-nuclear. Oh, look at that! What the heck was that? Do we have a missile ship or something? That was a snipe. Oh yeah, the megalith. It's gonna make it slow crawl to Black Phoenix base. And what is this? Tech 3 tanks. They need to avoid all those PDs. They need to just march in here and kill the ACU. Where is the ACU? He's back here. Just come in and kill him. Oh, no, too much Tech 1 PD. And gunships will take care of that issue. Hope and Wonder. That's Black Phoenix. Wonder what's off the edge of this map over here. Will Black Phoenix escape? He does, but I think he's gonna be caught. And this game is over after 51 minutes. Hopefully people enjoyed this. Holiest place of all real-time strategy with a couple newer players.